Shalom. All the praise, honor, and glory goes to Yahawah, BAHA, YAHAWASHI, BAHA, HARAKAKODASH. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and honors to all you fellow laborers that are kicking His word in sincerity and in faith. Yahawah, BAHA, YAHAWASHI, BAHA, HARAKAKODASH, Barakathum, to all of you sincere listeners. So I want to go into a quick lesson based off of this short snippet of a video I saw coming out of Philadelphia. And it was a Jake who was acquitted of manslaughter, of having to put down this so-called white man, this Edomite. And I was meditating on, and them Jakes in the comment board, they're speaking on the same thing about how 40, 50 years ago, man, this would be unheard of. But this just goes to show that we're in a paradigm shift. It's a changing of the times. And things like this is going to infuriate Esau to do more mass shootings, to get on those Reddit forums, them alt-right forums, and spew hatred concerning Israel, because all these things are really just build-ups to the race war. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and play it real quick.
There was no question that White, then 20, had fatally stabbed 37-year-old.
Let me go back.
Anything to say about the verdict?
We're just glad justice was served.
There was no question that White, then 20, had fatally stabbed 37-year-old Sean Skellinger after a brief but quickly escalating argument at the scene of a minor traffic dispute near Rittenhouse Square in July 2018. But the defense claimed, and cell phone video seemed to support, that Skellinger was the first to attack the knife-wielding White. White's mother, Juanita, told reporters the jury's decision left her thankful, happy.
I have to say is what a mighty God we serve.
Were you surprised at all by this verdict?
No comment.
Wouldn't that be nice to have a fair trial? One for Michael White and one for Sean Skellinger, but we didn't. Larry, obstruction of justice is a federal crime.
He's a bad man. He's a criminal and he's a crook. And he deserves to be imprisoned.
This ain't justice. This city is not safer. It is more dangerous as a result of him.
Anything to say about the verdict?
Esau heated, man. And look at the the caption. Yeah, so this dude, he had traces of cocaine. You know, he's drunk, and he probably got on a hype, and he ran into the right one that day. You see, Jake praise Black Jesus. And this is true right here, though. They better watch out. Then white people don't take L's lightly, which is true. See, Esau Esau becomes so-called radicalized because of this, and somebody like his brother will just go on a killing spree. That's the spirit of Esau, because Esau, he's not used to being recompensed. And he's used to, if Jake do something, him getting prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. But now things are changing. That so-called white privilege, that everyday so-called white privilege that you Edomites have enjoyed, but you still have it. But see, people are hip to it, and it's gotten so blatant that there's certain instances where you are going to have to face justice. Oh, how the tables have turned. That's right. Ain't it funny how life goes around? About time justice was served. It ain't funny when the shoe on the other foot. Ain't that right? So I'm going to go ahead and hit some precepts. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 3, verse 14. And the Lord Yahawah said unto the serpent, which the serpent is the forerunner of the so-called white man. All right? The forefather of the so-called white man. Because the serpent was an actual man. And the Lord Yahawah said unto the serpent, because thou hast done this, thou art cursed above all cattle and above every beast of the field. Upon thy belly shalt thou go, and dust shalt thou eat all the days of thy life. And I will put enmity between thee and the woman. Yeah, and you could feel the hatred coming from the serpent. You know, if it was something involving another Edomite, they wouldn't have had that much vigor. But that's that hatred of Esau, and he's just shocked that in his mind a nigga could get off, could not have to pay for being used to take one of theirs up back to the spirit world. Because the Lord put the spirit on that young Jake to have a knife and give him the business, give him what he was looking for. And I will put enmity between thee and the woman. That enmity, that's talking about hatred. That's why even as a child, You know, you could just be walking, and then you could be a little kid, and a grown Edomite will call you a nigga and just be super disrespectful, saying racist stuff. You in a damn sandbox, Esau, saying racist stuff. Like the brother was saying, yeah, why don't you go back to Mexico? It's like, damn, like, where did that come from? Like, we just little kids. But that's that enmity. That's that enmity that that the serpent and the woman have. The woman being Israel, the serpent being Esau or Edom. And I will put enmity between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed, which that just goes to show that it's not an actual snake. That it's talking about an actual person. As a matter of fact, let me go ahead and grab this precept to back it up. It's the book of Revelation 20. And I'll start at the top. And I saw an angel come down from heaven, having the key of the bottomless pit and the great chain in his hand. And I was just talking about YAHAWASHI having the key of the bottomless pit. The bottomless pit is talking about Europe. And a great chain in his hand. And that chain represents what? Him putting you so-called white people in slavery for 1,000 years. And he laid hold on the dragon, which is going into right here. And he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years. Right? And that's what happened. Going back to the time period known as the Dark Ages or the Middle Ages. That's when you were bound 1,000 years. And it says the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan. Right, so that old serpent. So you so-called white people, you like to call yourself Christians. You like to call yourself Anglo-Saxons, Europeans. Well, really, the Bible gives you proper names of what you're supposed to go by. You're supposed to go by the dragon, the serpent, the devil, and Satan. Which a lot of y'all are embracing that. Like I said previously in the video, one of my next door neighbors, they just straight up got on a balcony, they just straight up got a pentagram. It's all black, and then they got like a pentagram in the middle. Just straight out with it. Because you so-called white people, you're the devil. Alright, so going back to Genesis 3, and I will put enmity between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed. It shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel. Alright, so going to Genesis, the 4th chapter. Genesis 4 and 8. And Cain talked with Abel his brother, and it came to pass when they were in the field that Cain rose up against Abel his brother and slew him. And the Lord Yahweh said unto Cain, where is Abel thy brother? And he said, I know not. Am I my brother's keeper? Right, getting an attitude. And he said, what hast thou done? The voice of thy brother's blood crieth unto me from the ground. And now art thou cursed from the earth, which have opened her mouth to receive thy brother's blood from thy hand. When thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength. A fugitive and a vagabond shall thou be in the earth. That's right. So Esau has been a fugitive. And a fugitive does what? Runs from justice. Okay, the earth isn't given forth her strength, which is why Esau has to have all of this bioengineered things in order to yield fruit, to yield seed. That's not natural. You're not supposed to be doing that. But because he's cursed, or he has to do those things, or he feels he has to do those things. And Cain said unto the Lord Yahweh, my punishment is greater than I can bear. Behold, thou hast driven me out this day from the face of the earth, and from thy face shall I be hid. Yeah, from thy face I shall be hid, meaning Esau can never come into the faith. He can never understand truth, because that's not his spirit. And tell you in Hebrews the 12th chapter, because it says Cain here, yet when you go into it in the reincarnation, Cain and Abel were reincarnated as Jacob and Esau. Alright, so Cain is the forefather of Edom, which are you so-called white people, you so-called Caucasians today, as you're classified. Behold, thou hast driven me out this day from the face of the earth, and from thy face shall I be hid. Because the scriptures talk about seeking the Lord's face. And that's only for Israel. Cain and his descendants, which are you Edomites, you can't seek the Lord's face. And I shall be a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth. And it shall come to pass that everyone that findeth me shall slay me. Yeah, because of how you look, that curse. and your spirit. And eventually that's what all these nations are going to do. Well, that's what they did before. We'll tell you in Job the 30th chapter that you're chased as one that chases after a thief. And that's the spirit that these nations are in now. These nations want to put Edom down. But see, this is what the Lord did to counteract that. And the Lord Yahawah said unto him, therefore, whosoever slayeth Cain, vengeance shall be taken on him sevenfold. And see, that's what them Edomites are used to. Oh, you killed one of ours. See, they can kill us, and then they'll justify it, saying, well, look, you niggas kill each other. And that's what Esau says. But see, when one of theirs get hit, all right, so see a Jake kill another Jake, he might get 3 to 5 years. But if he kill an Edomite, man, he getting 25 years, 30 years. They might try to press the death penalty. And so that's what Esau is used to. Not just Jake, but also these other nations, but primarily Jake. And the Lord Yahawah said unto him, therefore, whosoever slayeth Cain, vengeance shall be taken on him sevenfold. And that's what Cain is accustomed to. But see, the Lord is pulling that back. So now you Edomites, you're getting opened up. You're opened up for judgment now. And when judgment comes upon you, guess what? A lot of times what's happening, men are getting off. And the Lord Yahawah set a mark upon Cain, lest any finding him should kill him. Right? And that mark, which you Edomites in particular, you Mormon Edomites, you taught our people that the mark was being dark skinned, being black. When in all reality, it's having leprosy, which is what you red Hebrew Edomites have. Because we're melanated people, and that's actually a blessing to have melanin. But you Edomites, you red Edomites, you're cursed. And you're not getting away. You're not getting away with just slaying people. And then they get you back, and then they get caught up. And now they got to do all this time. And because of this is going to be one of the reasons why you go even more on the attack of Jacob. This is Isaiah 13 and 14. And it shall be as the chase road, and as the sheep that no man taketh up. Yeah, so you Edomites are going to be as sheep without shepherds. Because right now, as we can see, as has been highlighted with the Amber Geiger trial, see, our people are all about protecting you. What's going to happen is they're going to be removed. See, the Lord is going to have all of them Sambos that protect you and that love you. The Lord is going to have them get put to death. All right, all the mammies, little pickaninny, the Lord is going to cause them to get put to death. And you're just going to be left open for judgment. And nobody's going to come to your rescue. The Lord is going to be with it. All right, judgment ain't going to be taken sevenfold on those that slay you. They shall every man turn to his own people, and flee everyone into his own land. Right? And that's what people are doing. You've had a trend for a while of reverse immigration. You got a lot of people who are leaving this place. And a lot more people are going to try to leave this place, because anybody who got their head screwed on somewhat right can tell that America is done, man. You see it on a comment board all day long. Like, man, what is going on with this country, man? People are so crazy. People are so unhinged. And people that can't escape out of the country, people who are here are thinking, look, I'm gonna just make some more money. What are they doing? The people are becoming more and more segregated. And you know it's at the end, because even our people want to be more and more segregated. Everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. That's right. So if you're joined unto America, if you're joined unto the ways of the so-called white man, you're going to be thrust through. Which is why when we go out there on the highways and hedges, when we do these videos, we tell our people to stop worshiping the image of the beast. Spiritually depart out of this place, and stop worshiping the so-called white man as if he's God. Oh, like I was watching that movie. I think it was Deep Cover. It was with Lawrence Fishburne. Which, man, all that money he got, he couldn't prevent his daughter from going out there and making an embarrassment of himself, man. Showing you that we're under curses. But anyways, his supervisor said, "Hey, I'm God." because he knew everything that was transpiring in his life. He knew his background story, what happened with his dad. He knew what was happening when he was out there in the field undercover. So you got our people that look at Esau like that, because he puts himself up as God, and then he'll straight out say, I'm God. But if you continue in that mindset of reverencing him as if he's the actual creator of heaven and earth, you're gonna fall by the sword. You're gonna be thrust through. Their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Their houses shall be spoiled, and their wives ravished. That's right, man. It's gonna get real rough out here, and we can feel it, man. It's obvious that we're on the cusp of it too. There's not too much more that can occur without there being just widespread uprisings, violent protests like we see around the world. All right, so yeah, coming to America soon, man, and things like this are going to be a catalyst to really rouse people's spirits up, because the tension is already super thick. Like they got that saying, you can cut the tension with a knife, with a sharp knife. Hey, it's only gonna get worse. All right, so I pray that the lesson was edifying. All the praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, BAHA, YAHAWASHI, the YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI, YAHAWAH. And I pray the lesson lifted up your spirits, because I saw it and it lifted my spirit up, and thought it was a beautiful thing, man. They said, you know, we serve a great God. That's all spiritual. Esau is mad. They get used to it, man. This is the new way of things being. Esau, this is the natural order of things. All right, you getting mowed down by the nation of Israel, and the nation of Israel getting off just like you used to get off, and you still get off for murdering our people. All right, so I'm gonna end there. Shalom.